What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here from DataDash, and today is August 31st of 2024. Well, folks, I hope you all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, because in today's video, I want to spend some time to talk about one of the biggest airdrop campaigns that's currently underway and only has 5 days left. And that is none other than the GonnaMakeIt or GMI Marketplace Season 2 airdrop campaign that's currently underway. It's one of the biggest NFT related airdrop campaigns in the crypto industry, and one of my personal favorite projects for an ecosystem that I'm very interested in the crypto space, energy. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about all the details about how you can actually earn, and in many ways not have to risk any capital, but rather just spread the word and participate on the platform, create content, and further grow adoption in order to earn points that will increase your claimable allocation of GMI tokens around token generation event later in 2025. But I want to go ahead and not only give a bit of a primer for those of you who don't know about GMI, but along with that as well, talk about all the ways you can earn and how you can further boost those rewards by referring additional users to the platform. We got a lot to unpack here in today's video, so if you happen to enjoy it, consider dropping a like, and let's go ahead and kick things off. So, brief primer here for those who don't know about GMI. I want to go ahead and talk about why it's important to understand why GMI can be a very big deal in the crypto space. You first have to understand the pain points of NFTs. NFTs overall grew to be a very large sector of the crypto industry, but have since, over the last 2 or 3 years, really died off compared to the previous buzz and excitement that they had. And it's not that the idea of NFTs per se failed, but really 2 core problems that have prevented NFT growth, similar to sectors like DeFi. The first one is that at the end of the day, there are constant individual exploit attacks where people are losing their NFT collections using websites that look like the real OpenSea marketplace or Uniswap, as well as other different types of NFT or DeFi protocols where users are signing a transaction that looks real and is actually on-chain, giving an ability for people to essentially strip those users of their assets, their NFT collections, and other crypto holdings. This has been a huge issue where people who are avid NFT fans end up losing everything because of one bad signed transaction. But beyond that as well, there's an even more nefarious issue that has prevented the NFT space that hits creators and has led a lot of artists to go away from the NFT sector. And that is OpenSea and a lot of major marketplaces removing creator royalties. The way to think about this is that it's essentially a way where artists can earn passive income from creating NFT collections. When a collection or a Bored Ape or Cypherpunk is traded on an NFT marketplace, usually back in the day, creators would get a certain percentage when people would essentially sell the NFT to someone else. This allowed them to be able to make an income from their work. That has been removed from OpenSea in many marketplaces. That's why GMI or GonnaMakeIt is focused on not only guaranteeing royalties, but beyond that as well, focusing on utilizing Energy's defense in depth to be able to prevent on-chain attacks and exploits by over 95%. These are huge user experience improvements for both users and creators. So now that we understand that, beyond even just looking at the marketplace, which is really clean and I think familiar for a lot of people, you have all the core metrics here like the floor price, you have your portfolio that you can view, as well as activity on chain. There's all the basic essentials here in the marketplace for it to launch and be a success. The question is, how do we go about maximizing from the airdrop campaign that's currently going on? So I want to go ahead and talk about that. As we only have 5 days left here, there are a lot of different ways you can participate. It's not just one single thing. Now, one of the first things you should do when participating in the airdrop campaign is utilize a referral link. I'll talk a bit more about it later on in the video, but essentially if you utilize my link down below in the description, you're not only supporting me, but you're going to get a 30% bonus on all the points for some of the major airdrop campaign activities on the platform. You can use someone else's if you want, but you can also use mine at the end of the day. It'd be a great way to support me. Essentially speaking, once you click on that link down below, you want to go about connecting your MetaMask wallet or other web browser wallet that's supported. And once you've connected your wallet and refresh the page, you should see it up in the top right hand corner, and we can start beginning to participate in a wide range of different activities. Now again, if you're ever curious about where you stand on the leaderboards for various different airdrop campaigns, you can always check out the leaderboard section and click the drop down menu to see other participants and where they stand when it comes to the points they've collected and where you stand. But let's go ahead and start diving into some of the ways we can start to earn. The first thing I want to talk about here is the booster section. Now essentially there are a lot of different ways where we can engage in different activities, but the booster section is a really quick way to get involved in this. First off, there's the 8-bin bonus. Now essentially this is one that will not only require you participate by following a variety of key pages on Twitter, like the GonnaMakeIt NFTs marketplace page, as well as Energy, Atomic World Power, who's the founder, joining the Energy Discord community, and the NFT's Telegram channel, but all these are essentially going to get you the 50% bonus on your points. It is an incredibly easy way to do it, not to mention if you're interested in the protocol itself, these are all the accounts you want to follow, all the major social channels you want to join. It's very simple. Outside of that as well, there's the energy diamond hand bonus. This is essentially for people who have up to a certain holding of energy tokens. So essentially at the end of the day, if you're a small energy holder, you should definitely make sure that you're utilizing the wallet that is correlated to those holdings so you can claim that additional bonus for GMI. Outside of that as well, there's also the Zelly bonus. This is another key thing to understand, that there's a community in Zelly for energy. Zelly is like a wide-ranging platform for different types of ecosystem projects where you can also collect points on Zelly. But essentially speaking, if you just join the community and start to engage in some of the activities, you'll be able to connect your account here. And again, you can always click on the actual activate bonus section here, which will give you some important things. Like in this case, we have to connect our email address for our Zelly account, then input the email address below here. So on the back end, they can actually track that any activity or account sign up there is going to be correlated with this wallet. And of course, you can get these also little nice info cards as well that will give you some additional details. We can see here as well the referral bonus, which we'll talk a little bit more later on. But overall, that's going to be a way where, again, you can get 30% on top of the points for people you refer, and the spread the word bonus. Now, essentially, there are a couple different things here to understand. So essentially, this is an additional bonus on top of the benefits you already get from referring people. And if you get to larger numbers here, that's going to increase your point structure by giving you up to a 50% bonus if you get all the way up here to inviting 100 friends. But even just getting 3 or 10 people on board gives you that 20 or 30% bonus. That's going to put you in a good spot here for the Season 2 airdrop campaign. If you even just do these activities, these are going to get you way ahead of the competition. And again, you don't have to be a holder of energy to get these bonuses. That's just one of many activities here in the booster section. But it's again something you can consider. Outside of this, well, there's also the X airdrop. So this essentially is focused on being able to log into your X account and start making various different posts and bringing traffic to the GMI airdrop campaign. So from here, what we can do is go ahead and, if you aren't already within that account, sign into your Twitter, which I'm going to go ahead and do now. And then from there, we can start to see how we can start to earn points within the X airdrop. And once you've connected your X account, you should see the overview dashboard that will give you all the key metrics on both your points and the core metrics like your number of posts and the number of views on those posts or impressions, in order to understand where you stand within the GMI airdrop for the X portion. Now, I want to go ahead and emphasize here that, as with all campaigns, I highly recommend you guys check out the How to Participate button in the top right and navigate through to finding details on that relevant campaign, because this is going to be vital to make sure you actually get rewarded for the activities that you're doing. So in the case of the X airdrop, we want to make sure that we're tagging GonnaMakeIt NFTs, the main profile, and along with that as well, understand that the point structure works in the sense that once they like your post, you'll be getting points for every view it receives or every impression. So this is a vital thing to do, is to focus on viral content that meets within the guidelines, that tags the main page, promoting and talking about the project, and getting people aware of what the GMI marketplace is all about. This is probably one of the fastest activities that doesn't require any upfront risk of capital for you to be able to get the word out, help the project grow, and be able to get a larger allocation of GMI when TG happens. So I definitely recommend this, because it kind of plays into all different things. You're not only getting obviously points when it comes to posting on Twitter, but if you're utilizing your referral link, you'll also get boosts from that as well. So this is again where you can start to meld many activities into one single activity, where you're getting even more tokens for that. Outside of this, well, there are other different ways that you can participate without risking any capital. One of them is the creator airdrop. So one of the big things that Energy and Tommy, I think, have been so focused on when building GMI is this idea of really putting the creator back in the seat. It's this idea that there is no NFT ecosystem unless there are creators. And I 100% agree with him. I mean, if you think, for example, about large artists like Banksy or so many others that just have a major following behind them, they're going to flock wherever the creators go. That's what people are there for. So I think that this is really cool, that by creating a collection, you can actually go about participating in the core application itself. And the whole idea here is that on the creator leaderboard, depending on the volume around your creations, you'll get additional points. So there's, for example, the dragons collection that comes from the energy ecosystem, but you also have some different types of ape collections and a whole range of other things like pudgy cats, Genesis gems, the villages collection, dragon degens. There's a whole range of different collections already getting some volume and traffic within the season, but the larger volume you can get on your creation, the better. So essentially, you can go about actually participating and dropping something within the GMI marketplace. Why not give it a try? There's not many barriers to entry here. If you learn how to create NFTs and create the various collections, then you can go about actually going on the platform and minting your own collection. Along with that as well, there's the trader airdrop. So this is going to be one again for individuals who are making trades on the marketplace. So again, focused on real adoption here. If you want to go about purchasing collections in this case that you really like and utilizing energy as the native currency, then those points that you're going to get are going to add in towards your GMI allocation. So it's very important to understand here that one energy and volume generates one additional point. Of course, if you're using the referral bonuses and all the boosters that we talked about earlier, that's going to make it even more powerful. So again, keep that in mind when you're doing these activities. And last but not least, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the token holder airdrop and NFT holder airdrop, as well as the liquidity airdrop. Now, these are also things, again, in many cases that will not require risking upfront capital. In the case of the token as well as NFT holder airdrop campaigns, these are all essentially campaigns that are going to reward you for holding various different ecosystem tokens. So for example, if you own, for example, Ethereum or Uniswap, two major DeFi related assets that are closely tied to the vision, I think, of what Energy is hoping to do. But along with that as well, other L2 protocols like Blast, other NFT marketplace tokens like Blur, and meme coins like Mog or Sheeb or Pepe or PacMoon, as well as a whole range of other ones here. It's essentially a way to get free additional points for having been a token holder in a wide range of popular ecosystems, which encourages people to potentially explore learning more about GMI and coming to the ecosystem. It's a very smart move in my opinion. There's also the NFT holder airdrop, and this is one where you can get really far ahead if you happen to have a Bored Ape Yacht Club or Mutant Ape Yacht Club, as well as a whole range of different eligible collections. I bet there'll be more down the line. But essentially, if you were a holder of these before the snapshot date on July 1st of 2024, then you can claim some very large point allocations for your GMI token allocation. So this is really cool stuff here, guys. Now again, I highly recommend if you're interested in learning the nitty-gritty details here about how to make sure you can participate in some of these collection airdrops, then I definitely recommend you guys look at both the token holder airdrop campaign section as well as the NFT holder airdrop section of the docs section. This will give you all the details, but again, it should be relatively simple here to be able to connect your wallet and be able to claim on those particular points. So it's just a way to further boost it. And again, we talked about the Zelly airdrop a little bit earlier, so that's just another way to it. The last thing here is the liquidity airdrop. Now this is one again that might be a little bit more complicated, but it's one in which is focused on bridging liquidity into the energy ecosystem, and along with that as well, providing core liquidity on protocols like Energy Swap. Now the reason why this is valuable here is because at the end of the day, boosting liquidity in the energy ecosystem is going to allow for more DeFi related activity, more liquidity, more participants to smoothly come into the ecosystem and be able to not only trade energy between USDC and USDT and a wide range of major stablecoins and kind of core assets within crypto, but beyond that as well, it's going to allow for that liquidity to make its way eventually over into the GMI marketplace for NFT related activities. So this is another key essential thing here. Now again, there is a whole section of the docs that is going to describe all the details around this. I know many of you out there may not be providing something like liquidity into the crypto space before. This might be something totally new to you, so it's a bit lengthy, but this is again going to give some details around the booster multiplier, depending on how long you're essentially providing that liquidity. But this is a great way where if you are an LP in the crypto space, you can get further rewards. And again, place a bet essentially on the GMI ecosystem overall. There's some really great rewards if you consider doing that, and it can increase the multiplier to a very large extent. And last but most certainly not least, we have to talk about the referral program that's built into the GMI Season 2 airdrop. Essentially, with this referral link, you, as well as the individual you refer, will not only get a 30% bonus on the points that you earn through the program, so it's actually very valuable to use a referral link and to refer others to the platform. But beyond that as well, you're going to also get 30% of the points they earn in all the above categories mentioned here in point number 2. But beyond that as well, you're also going to get 10% of their trading fees on the GMI marketplace. So if you really do see the vision of the protocol working long-term and becoming this big NFT marketplace, people you refer could be generating some solid trading revenue down the line. So it's definitely another benefit here for those who are being early supporters of the protocol when it comes to actual real adoption. You can copy your unique link here, you can share it with individuals, as well as post it on your X profile, as well as major other social platforms. But we've mainly covered all of the key areas here, guys, and I wanted to go ahead and emphasize here that for GMI, this is a project at a minimum you should be keeping on your radar and doing your best to get the word out on here. There aren't many major NFT projects out there at the moment, and I only bring it here to you guys because I genuinely believe that if there is going to be a platform that comes up, it's got to fix the security issues and it's got to fix the royalty issue for creators. That is the only way we are going to see NFTs, in my opinion, really make a comeback. And while there are probably other projects out there who are maybe trying to do this, I haven't seen any do it so exquisitely as I've seen with GMI. So I definitely recommend you guys check out the link down below in the description. Consider going through the referral link down below and trying it out and maybe sign up and getting some points so you'll have some GMI allocation. Again, you can do the free activities. You don't have to go out there and purchase energy. You don't have to provide liquidity. You don't even have to engage in trading activities or anything like that. Consider making a creation. Try creating an NFT collection. There's very little upfront cost. And outside of that as well, try sharing the word out there so people can learn more about it. As you're going through your research journey, you can share it across with other people. But that's it for today's video, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, again, if you enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like. Check out the link down below if you want to learn some more about energy. I'll have the interview with Tommy down below. But until the next video, everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.